Hi everybody, I'm Rick Beato. On my video entitled How Computers Ruin Rock Music, I demonstrated how the quantizing of drums led to this dehumanization or robotic type of rock music where everything was put on a grid based on the 16th note. So a lot of people ask me the question, what does John Bonham sound like quantized? And I thought, let's check it out. Okay, I've selected a section that I want to quantize. Let's listen to it first and see what it sounds like. Okay, that's a pretty good segment there. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to go in here with the transport. I'm going to click tempo. I've unclicked the conductor and I'm going to hit the letter T on the keyboard to actually tap the tempo out. Here we go. Okay, it's not a consistent tempo here, so what I've gotten roughly is 170 BPMs. Let me zoom in here. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to hit tempo. Actually, I have to turn the conductor back on. Click tempo. Go to 170. And then I have to actually put this on a downbeat. I've got a click. Now the click should be at 170. Okay, it clicks at 170. Let's listen to it. Well, you can already hear that the drums have gone way off the tempo because this is actually not played to a click. Okay, so this is just a free-form drum track with feel. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the track. So I'm going to create a new track. I'm going to copy it down here. And then I'm going to open up Beat Detective. I'm going to capture a selection. So I've got the bars 8 through 20, okay? I'm going to go, let's see, capture the selection. I'm going to analyze. Whoops. There we go. I'm going to analyze this. So right off the bat, it's pretty much taken all the major transients, and that's really what we want to have. What we want to see is we want to see these transients here. So that looks pretty good. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to clip them all. Okay, now they've been clipped. Now if I hit conform, I have a feeling, yes. So what it's done, I can already tell from looking at it that many of these are off. So it's not conforming it because it is so far off that tempo of 170 that I'm going to have to actually drag these by hand. So I'm going to actually go in, I'm going to zoom in, take this down here. Oops, let me zoom in here. This I'm going to slide to there, that'll stay there, there, there. And I'm going to keep moving ahead. These are going to go here, that'll stay there. Okay, so this is going to work. So I'm going to drag all these by hand. Okay, I've moved all these now. Everything has been placed on the beat. Let's take a listen to it. You can hear it's right on with a click. Okay, I'll play it without the click. This has a little right here. I'm gonna have to fix this. Pull this out so it actually. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So you can see everything now. If I go into grid mode and I start moving from one transient to the next, so each of these, that's on a downbeat, right? These are all right on the grid lines, right? If I look at the grid lines, these are all lining up. That's been quantized. That's John Bonham quantized to the grid. If you look at the track above, you can see all the drifting here, right? For example, this is way behind the beat. That's about the same. But after you get here, you'll notice it gets way behind. Okay, that's called being human. Okay. But you'll also notice that's way behind there, this snare hit there. Let's hear what the unquantized version sounds like. You can hear those da-doom, da-da. You can hear all the dynamics in there. Not only is it more dynamic, it breathes. Like some of those slightly delayed da-doom, da, da-doom, da. Let's hear the quantized one again, just for comparison. Quantized. So stiff and unquantized. When you get into these things, da-doom, because of that, it propels the groove. When those two hits are a little bit closer together, as opposed to the stiff version. Once you quantize it, it just sounds dead. It sounds robotic, sounds programmed. Okay, the next track is off of In Through the Outdoor. I'm not going to say the name of the track. You'll know what the beat is to here. Those of you that know Zeppelin will know this beat, but let me play it for you first. This is John Bonham's performance, actual performance. Okay, so that is what we're going to use there. Now, once again, I'm going to bring up the conductor, take that off, go here, and I'm going to figure out what the tempo is by tapping the T on the keyboard. Here we go. Okay, it looks like it's about 131, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to set the tempo to 131. 131, boom, there we go. Move it to the downbeat here. I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to copy it down here. Then I'm going to do the beat detective again. Bring up number 8. I've got to capture the selection. Okay, so it's bar 6 through 14. I'm going to analyze it. Now, this is not going to grab a lot of these, okay? So I'm going to have to increase this right here to grab more of the transients here. That looks like it got most of them, almost all of them there. So I'm going to quantize this. I'm going to say section contains triplets. Okay, that's the 3 there. I'm going to go clip separation, boom, clip conform. Here's the actual performance. Here's the quantized performance. It just does not at all sound like it's got the energy. That looks pretty on. This, I mean, if I were to be really picky about this, and this would actually be moved back just a little bit, and this has got to be moved up a little bit, so it's a little bit more. One more time. I'm going to play it with a click. Ooh, that sounds stiff. Here's the real one. There's really no comparison between the two. The quantized version, especially because it's triplet based, sounds so stiff. The real version, Bonham in human form, sounds amazing. It has so much more feel, especially with that Purdy shuffle. No comparison between these. This is actually really enlightening to me because the idea of quantizing John Bonham, not only is it sacrilegious, but it sounds horrendous. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're interested in the Beato book, that's a way to support my channel. Go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. Follow me on Instagram at RickBeato1. I have a lot of cool uploads there. And if you want to support the channel even more, you can become a member of the Beato Club. You can find out about details on my website as well. Thank you so much for watching.